Well, we're back with another 8 bike hacks. I have a whole document full of these things which I edit every day, so I'm going to keep them coming. But before we start this video, I would like to apologize for something. A couple weeks ago, I made a video asking you guys what bike I should get, and an astonishing 80% of you voted for the Polygon C-SKU N9. I was planning to get this, but then found the YTGFC comp. It's carbon, has a water bottle mount, and it has a little less travel, which is good for what I'm riding. And it just has an overall cleaner look to it. It has the same suspension setup and everything, but it doesn't end there. I now have to wait for the 2021 model to come out, and I'm not sure what the specs or the price will be. So, I'm still in the decision-making process, and we have a bit to go. I want to wait a while until the new Jessie comes out to see where I will go from there. Let's get on to the hacks. Working on your bike can get messy, and you don't want to contaminate other parts like your brake discs, so you can use baking soda. Putting baking soda on your hands helps remove grease faster than using just water. I'm not sure about the science behind it, but all you need to know is that it works. Have you ever tried to get those pesky rubber grips on your bike and had no luck? Well, you can spray a little alcohol on the inside of the grip and it slides on super fast. Once you get it on, mold it to the shape you want and let it dry. Instead of using water, I choose to use alcohol because it evaporates faster. And during this virus, alcohol is pretty accessible. You can also use alcohol to get brake grips and other rubber things onto any surface. Measuring your sag can be difficult without an O-ring, so you can use a zip tie. Stick the zip tie around your fork stanchions and tighten it loosely. Slide it down to the lower portion of the fork and set your sag like you normally would. Make sure to take the zip tie off once you're done using this. If you keep it on, it could damage your fork. Be sure to stay for the next hack so you don't waste a zip tie. Quick message before the next hack, only a small percentage of you are actually subscribed. If you could subscribe, it would mean the world to me. And remember, you can always unsubscribe if you don't find my content interesting anymore. Now on to the next hack. Did you know you can reuse zip ties? Instead of using it like you normally would, flip it around and go through backwards. Once you're done using it, you can just take it right back out and use it on your next project. This can be very useful for things like measuring your sag, although don't use it to secure things as it can be easily undone. Has your shoelace ever got caught in your chainring? Most likely your answer is yes. To fix this, just take your shoelace and tuck it under your other laces. I always ride like this and have never gotten them stuck in my chainring. This is super simple yet super effective. If you have these hard to clean spots on your bike, you can actually use WD-40. Make sure to keep it away from important parts and spray it onto the towel, not the bike. WD-40 helps clean deep and get smudges out. It's very effective and you can probably find it in your garage somewhere. I wasn't going to include this next hack, but I decided to anyways because it's very useful. Carry a spare derailleur hanger. You can pick up a derailleur hanger specific for your bike online for around $10 to $15. Derailleur hangers are meant to break in a crash, and it keeps all the important parts from breaking. These are pretty cheap and very easy to install. It's always a good idea to carry these around on rides. Finally, you can use your handlebars as a stash. Usually I put zip ties and some money inside. You never know when you may need it. Just take your grip off, slide your item in, and put the grip back on. If you want to get really fancy, wrap the item in a spare inner tube so it doesn't slip around inside. Well, that was 8 more bike hacks. If you found this video useful, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. It really helps me out, and thank you for watching. I'll see you next Sunday.